Disclaimer: this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. The views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the creator and do not necessarily reflect the views of any organization. The creator of this video is not responsible for any errors or omissions, or for any actions taken based on the information presented in this video. Viewer discretion is advised. In our previous discussion, we delved into Cooper's account of sighting various disc-shaped flying saucers in open hangars. This testimony aligns with what Bob Lazar previously disclosed. However, Cooper also mentioned witnessing the Roswell crash in the first hangar. According to Cooper, the flying saucer had already sustained some damage at that point. In this episode, we will continue exploring Cooper's narrative. This is also consistent with Billy Meyers' disclosure. Except that Meyers said the Roswell crash was in the third hangar and covered with a tarp. Cooper said there were 2 surviving aliens from the Roswell incident, and the rest had died. He said the flying saucer from Roswell was a bit like heavy aluminum foil, and they could even shake it. The entire weight of the flying saucer was probably only around 100 kilograms.
Do you see the Roswell craft, and what are some of the others that you see?
Well, the Roswell craft was really strange because it looked like real heavy aluminum foil. We could rock next to it, and you could rock it. The whole thing probably weighed 150, 300 pounds.
Richard asked Cooper what the power source of the flying saucer was, and he said it was an anti-gravity device. He also obtained a card with a data code that generated anti-gravity. At the S4 base, he saw the video of the alien autopsy from the Roswell incident, and his superior even met with a surviving alien at the S4 base. Richard asked Cooper how he felt when he saw these aliens, and he said he felt like the aliens in the movies were actually real. He then said that the Greys looked a bit like East Asians, but with a very large head, a very small nose, a mouth that was just a slit, and ears that were like 2 holes.
Its head size compared with a normal human, for example?
Brain was kind of a little bit bigger. Some of the nose was very, very small, and the ears were just like holes.
The reason they were able to see the surviving alien was because the president needed to know this information, and they could go back and tell Eisenhower that there was a surviving alien at the S4 base. Then their trip ended and they returned to Area 51. They also went to the hangar in Area 51 and saw a prototype of the U-2 spy plane and a model of an early State Route 71 for the first time. Finally, they flew back to Washington on Eisenhower's Air Force One. They told Eisenhower everything about the aliens and the black budget. Eisenhower was completely shocked and appeared worried. He then told them that everything about these matters must be kept completely confidential.
Eisenhower said, gotta keep this thing completely secret. Can't talk about this.
Regarding the Greys, Cooper speculated that some species of Greys were created on Earth based on human DNA. And these beings were very similar to humans but with very strange behavior. He was unsure of the purpose of creating these beings. He also mentioned that ever since Linda brought him on a show in 1998, his phone had been monitored, and the government immediately knew Cooper's identity. At the time, Cooper was shopping in a store when 2 men in black suits got out of a black Lincoln car and warned him not to have any contact with Linda and to stop all TV show recordings because he was under an unknown threat. Cooper followed their instructions. By then, Cooper had retired, and his identity could not provide him with any help. He remained out of the public eye and did not have any contact with people like Linda for over a decade until 2013.
I kind of feel like there's a load off my shoulders.
Really?
I think Cooper's story is very rare because we have exposed several people claiming to have knowledge and contact with extraterrestrial secrets before. And some details that Cooper described are unlikely to be completely clear. However, I could clearly feel from his description that his statements had a close connection with those of previous whistleblowers, and in some ways, further proved the accuracy of their disclosures. Moreover, I did not sense any signs of him fabricating the story from his words and behavior. If we assume that all of these whistleblowers are lying, then how do we explain the consistency in their descriptions of the same events? Who should we trust? What is their purpose in doing this? All of this can only suggest that what they describe is likely to be the truth because the truth does not change. If they were lying, they would have to use countless lies to fabricate the story, which would make the truth increasingly blurred, instead of the clear picture that we feel now. Moreover, I cannot see what kind of benefits or personal purposes an elderly person like Cooper could gain from disclosing this information. As we say, a dying person speaks only the truth. At this point in life, people tend to let go of all their pain and fear and long for the purity and happiness that comes with the end. He just wanted to relieve himself of the secret he had kept for his whole life. And he wanted to leave this world without any reservations. I believe that at the moment he revealed this information, he was happy because I could feel his relief and joy from his smiling face. And the information he provided once again brought us closer to the truth.